What a dumb question. Not a dumb question at all. When we think of the samurai, we think of swords. It is the quintessential weapon. However, it was only the primary weapon of the samurai for a brief period in Japanese history, and only about 10 years of those was actual conflict. When the Japanese warrior class emerged over 1,000 years ago, they were primarily mounted archers. The tachi was their secondary weapon. There was a relatively brief period of time in the mid 1300s during the Nambokucho period when warriors would use a very long sword known as an odachi to engage against mounted warriors. As battlefield tactics transitioned to mass infantry around 1400 AD, then many of those tachi were cut down and fit as handachi, no longer with the ashi to hang from the hip like this, but rather to insert into the obi like. However, it was still just a secondary weapon. At the time, the samurai were usually using longer spears and polearms. And as time went on, they had transitioned to firearms. After the Sengoku Jidai, the Warring period, the Tokugawa shogunate established about 250 years of peace. People were no longer wearing armors, and so this is where you would more see, and this is when there was a conflict. It was usually a duel between two unarmored samurai, and that's when the katana became sort of ubiquitous with swordsmanship in the samurai. And it wasn't until the turbulent years of the Bakumatsu, the end of the Tokugawa period, where you actually saw samurai actually using katana as their primary weapon.